scenes and sources.
Scenes and sources. Okay.
Right, the scenes.
Yeah, it's about a 3 or 4 year old laptop, and over time it got slow.
Here's what started this big mess. Windows 365.
Yeah, sir, I tried, but it's not working. Same, sir. I have put your mail across stating that.
Quite annoying. And most any time that I try to use my computer, I'm plagued with pop-ups.
Is that the only way that you can run the new Office? Is web-based
No.
programs?
Is somebody starting to snore?
You're boring, Doug. Sorry.
Good morning. It is 9/17, September 17th, 2024. A little bit after 9 o'clock. There's a message in chat from Ken Stout asking if this is live from the wilderness. Well, no, I'm up in the wilderness. This is pre-recorded. And so I scheduled it to go live at the scheduled time. So that's my answer to Ken Stout's chat comment. Yeah, all right, sure. Whatever you say. Let's see, where am I going to go to start? Over here. To my list. This is Windows Daily Helpline 513. If you have a question, put it into chat and do an !C on the next line, so that'll bring my attention to it. If you got a question that we can address. Otherwise, I'm going to work on the topics that I have set up for the day. Cabin bound for 2 days. I'm going up to the cabin for a couple of days. Now, for those of you who haven't figured it out yet, I was funning you. I am here live. I can prove that by saying that the next chat message after Ken Stout Live is John Williams. But that was still before showtime. So the most recent one is from Ken Stout to Alice saying, hello, how are things going? So that proves it. Zvi Minor gives me a !C. Why do I not hear it? Why do I not hear it? I did not hear that. I tested. I did a test stream and SpeakerBot was working. That's set up right. All right, let's go figure out what the heck is going on here. What the Ken Stout is going on here. SpeakerBot already at the cabin. Yeah, right. I tested it. I did a live stream and tested SpeakerBot. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I think because of those audio changes that I've set recently. I know you're seeing a black screen right now. Get over it. No, SpeakerBot audio is turned on. Okay, audio sources, it's turned on. SpeakerBot audio is showing in OBS. Yeah, so you can see it right here. So when SpeakerBot plays, I'll try it right here, !Y. See if it plays. Yeah. Oh. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, maybe, that's all, folks. Maybe it is cues. Yeah, cues are paused. Right there, cues are paused. So one of my startup things is not set right. Should work now. I'm going to try an !Y
myself. Chat, please.
Yeah.
Read chat, please.
Oh, that's right. All the chat messages
Ken
were
Stout Live said, yeah, Hartley.
Really, they were all waiting. Live. All the chat messages just piled up in the queue.
Yes, affirmative.
John Williams said hello, Doug.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, affirmative.
And said no bot today.
Read chat, please.
Parker Morris, !C. Hi, Doug. If you want to speak the message to me, you do an exclamation mark D, and then whatever you type after that. If you put in a long message, I prefer you not to do that as a speaker bot, but on the next line, do an exclamation mark C. So there's Savi Minor did a couple of exclamation mark C's. Direct from Fresno City. Yeah, direct from Fresno City, USA, California. From USA, which is in California. What? What? Did he just say that? Did he say it intentionally? Yeah. T. I don't have, oh, wait a minute, I do. T. Do I have a T? I don't even remember. Do I have an exclamation mark T? Yes, it is T. Tiger. Oh, the tiger's broken. And what is this you're asking here? So if I put in a long URL after exclamation mark C, it won't read out the URL. Correct. Yeah, whatever you put after exclamation mark C, it will not read that. So you could do that. You could put out a URL and then on the next line do an exclamation mark C. Either way would work the same way. I had never really thought about that. But yeah, you're right. Cool, that's another option, yes. Okay, now get back on track, Doug. The cabin, yeah, I decided not to go up yesterday because I was informed that the power is going to be out for part of today from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. There was somebody in chat, I think it was in chat yesterday, said, you go up the mountains, you're supposed to unplug. Well, no, I unplug here in my house. I can do that. I can turn my phone off. I can turn off all the computers. I turn off the graphics fan because that quiets things down. This thing makes a lot of noise. I unplug here at the house. I live alone, so yeah, I can do that. So that's not why I go up to the mountains. I go up to the mountains for a change of scenery. I can justify doing that on a work day if I am able to work up there if a client needs me. I don't usually do a normal work day there, but sometimes I do. And it's all about I do what I want to do when I want to do it. So get over it. It's not the way you think I ought to do it. I'm not being sarcastic to whoever said that. I'm just letting you know a little bit more about the life of a Doug. This Doug. So yeah, I'm all packed up. I'm packed up. I got to do 2 days worth of food. I got to take my own food up and some clothes because it is cold. No matter what Chris Garrett says. We'll get to that in a little bit. It is cold up there. So I can.
John Williams said, "Where is Stormy?"
Did Stormy not work either? I gotta go do some maintenance on those. I don't know quite how they're broken. I'm trying it myself right now. Yeah, Stormy's not working either. I'm not going to do that on show. I won't take up your time with that. Yeah, so food I've got to have prepared and some clothes and stuff. So I did all that last night. So I could go up right after showtime. I'm not going to because, again, the power's going to be out most of the day today. Now, I don't mind doing a 2-hour drive during business hours. I can be off unavailable to my clients, although I still answer the phone. And I've had times where I actually take a few billable calls during the drive up there. I pull over and handle the call off the side of the road. Live commentary. Let's go. Let's see. That's customization. Anyone. So now anyone can chat. So if you're new around here and you haven't been approved for the chat room yet, you can go ahead and chat. And if you let us know a little bit about you, one of our moderators will go check out your channel. Be sure you've been around for a while to be sure that you're not a troll, because we have a lot of troubles with trolls around here. Well, no, that's not really accurate, is it? We have a lot of troubles with a troll. A troll? A particular troll. Now, a lot of the people in the community here do troll me, but that's not all they do. So Aliaz says, I hate YouTube creeps. Yeah. Let's go to what's next. Oh, Wednesday install of Dell AIO Best Buy Junkware device encryption. I want to fill you in on all this because around here, a lot of people are doing videos for custom build computers, these mini computers. That's a very different experience than a name brand computer. I had a client call me, said, we've got a new computer. We want you to come over and set it up. So they went out and bought it without talking to me. Okay. And actually, I know why. It's not surprising that this client did that. I'm not going to go into that right now, but I want to show you what the current state of affairs is for a major name computer. Now, I'm going to do a little setup, and I could have done all the setup of this before showtime, but I decided I really need to practice for doing blurs during the show. So I have studio mode on and a big preview window, and I'll go click on one of my blurs and turn it on to activate the blur, and then move it over the portion of, let's see, this one I want to use. Move it over the portion, and actually I did already rehearse that, so it is already over that portion, but I didn't have it turned on. So then I'll bring that over here, and this will get you a little bit acquainted to this Dell Inspiron all-in-one. And yeah, so let's see. Oh, I haven't checked to see if my red ball is working. My red ball is not working. Come on. Okay. That was a failed practice. That practice did not work right. Where is it? I can't even tell which one I had selected because there's so many thumbnails here. It was the label. There it is. Now then, I do that. See, I got the preview, the studio mode on. And then there's the preview window, and I want to make it big. And then I have to put.
Official Tim Tech said I'm having issues with my no sound.
You got to tell us what
Dell
the issue
couldn't
is.
help me fix it. I need a help, sir.
Tell us what the issue is without a speaker bot. Just type in what the issue is. Okay, now, do I have that set up right? Yeah, I do. Transition that. Okay, so here, Dell Inspiron 24 all-in-one, 24-inch all-in-one, 23.8-inch, AMD Ryzen 5 7530, 8 gigabytes memory, 512 gigabyte SSD. I do not know how much they paid for this. This was from Best Buy. If somebody wants to search, do the web search and find out the price that they're selling them at. Windows 11 Home, McAfee live safe, 30 days. Wireless, Bluetooth, SD card reader, HDMI, USB Type-C, wireless keyboard and mounts. Now, then, if I move that over there, go on to the next feature. Oh, I have to zoom it down. Okay, looking at Tim. No audio, it shows X beside my speaker. That indicates it's muted. You should be able to click on it to unmute it. We tried to install the drivers and nothing. Sounds like I would probably want to connect to that remotely. We could set that up.
JimKJ3N said, memory is under spec.
Yeah, well, they went to Best Buy. What can I say? Yes. We ran the test on it. I hear the beep. Yes, please. Now I'm out of town for a couple days. I see some other people typing in some suggestions. So let's let you see those suggestions for a little bit. Now I'm looking at this label here. There's nothing I need to hide. This just shows Best Buy, and I guess one of these is their product number to help find it. I will read through those chat comments about Tim's issue at the end of the show, or towards the end of the show. Okay, so then here, this one, I can turn the blur off. I don't need to zoom this up big. You can see it well enough. This just gets to the part of the setup where it wants to connect to a network. And I want to point out here, there is no option here for I don't have network. So this is where we have to use the Shift F10. It would be useful if I had known which ones I can do. Yeah, so here I do the Shift F10 and then OOBE / bypass NRO. For those of you who might be wondering, you can congratulate me because I remembered it. I did not have to look it up. I remembered the command. You know how many times I had to ask you, what is that command? Because I don't need it very often. Now, while I was doing that setup, I had Fab's Auto
Ram
Backup.
Israel said congratulations.
Thank you, Ram. I had Fab's Auto Backup running. And let's see, I'm going to do a blur for this. Mostly as practicing it.
John Williams said, good for you, Doug.
Thank you. I'm blocking out some folder names and file names. That is a little bit client specific. And then show you this.
Official check said, good for you, Doug.
Thank you. So here's Fab's Auto Backup. And what I want to point out here is that it turned out to be 73.66 gigabytes, pretty large. Well, the downside of this is after it was all over, said and done, and found out they really didn't need the pictures.
Algiers said congrats, Uncle Doug.
Thank you. Now the reason why I didn't ask the person if they need the pictures before I started this running is because the person who this computer was destined for, that was upgrading from the old computer, wasn't in the office. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so here's continuing with the setup. Don't need to block anything here. I'll turn off the blur that I had turned on. And this is where it's asking for the language. Now this is interesting. I can't actually use the buttons on my Stream Deck to bounce back and forth. Now here, so this is after doing the Shift F10 and the OOBE / bypass NRO, and the computer restarted. So it comes up to the Wi-Fi again, but now I have the button for I don't have internet. I have to keep switching this back because some of these pictures are going to be that Fab's Auto Backup. So then the next screen says connect now to quickly get started on your device, and I'm clicking on continue with limited setup. And then we get device registration. Let's see, I have all the blurs turned off. So here's device registration, Dell, wanting to register for Dell. And I just click next. The next button is clickable. You know, a lot of times you think you have to, and sometimes you do have to fill out the information or some of the information on a screen, not particularly a registration screen. I think registration screens, usually you'll be able to do next. And I'm referring, when I say usual, I'm referring to various different programs that you might be installing, not just doing a setup for a major manufacturer. And then here's the default settings for the check marks here. Use my information to register. So I remove this check mark and then I put a check mark on that I've agreed I agree with Dell's privacy policy. And then once I click on that, the button down in the bottom right corner, which unfortunately you can't see, becomes clickable. Right now, it's not clickable. So here's that state where I have this check mark and clicking the next button. There's something real specific that I'm getting up to that I want you to be able to see. Now we got a list of users from the old computer. I'm not going to show you that. Not going to show you that one. Not going to show you that one. And then here we're back to this computer, and I do have a blur here I need to do. So on the preview screen, I turn the blur on, use my Alt drag on the selection handles for my blur screen. And then transition that. So I blurred out the part down here where it has the username because that is client specific. It's 23H2 Windows 11, Windows 11 Home. Yippee-ki-yay. Again, for those who didn't catch it at the beginning, I did not advise them to buy this computer. They did not even talk to me. Checking this screen. This is computer information. Nothing here I need to block out. Secure boot state is on. Here's your 8 gigabytes of memory. Go on to the next screen. I'm going to do a blur here. Let's see, where is that? Is it not there? No, I guess I don't. I don't need a blur there. And by the way, this client is okay with me using their computer as training content. Here's the AMD Ryzen, Dell, BIOS version, UEFI, secure boot on, version, 8 gigabytes of memory, and then virtualization based, and I think I've got another scroll to do. Yeah, here we go. Checking for anything I need to blur. No. So this one for device encryption, because we've looked at that a few times recently. It meets the prerequisites, is what it says here. This does not give you any, it does not imply that device encryption is already partially enabled. And that's the thing that I want to point out. Major name computers often come with device encryption already partially enabled. So I'm going to show you that. So then it also, there's Junkware also, because yeah, Dell. From a store, from Best Buy. Dell from a Best Buy. Junkware. And then here's another one. Or Junkware. Let's sing a song about Junkware. Then here's the taskbar. There you see your McAfee and Dell, Microsoft Store, and the other stuff that we folks around here, including me, turn off, disable. Here's the system tray. Excuse me. Showing Dell and McAfee.
KJ3N said it should be a crime to sell a Windows 11 machine with less than 16 GB.
Not. Talk to your congressman. If you really want them legislating computer issues, that's going to bite you. You're shooting yourself in the foot if you try to get Congress to write laws about computers. My opinion. Here's AppWiz. I got a little voice in my ear that reminds me to do an ad break once in a while. If you wonder how I'm doing that, remembering to do it. Dell Optimizer supports us. Dell.
Darren said hi from Darren.
Hello, Darren. Nice to see you. My Dell. Oh, my good grief. This has been on my list to show you for quite some time, so I know I'm taking more time on this one topic. So here I go to device encryption, just Windows key, and then type device encryption or just encryption. What I typed in this case was device EN. You can tell by the bolded letters. The rest is what it was suggesting. And that took me to here, BitLocker device encryption. To manage your encryption settings, go to settings, choose update and secure, then choose device encryption. Now, this is weird. I type device encryption. So it takes me to this screen. It tells me to go choose device encryption. Well, I typed device encryption. Why are you taking me to this intermediate place? Well, it might be because Windows 11 Pro is going to be using BitLocker device encryption, not device encryption. They are different. They are the same but different. They are similar but different. They have the same encryption engine underneath, but one is called device encryption and the other is called BitLocker encryption. But here they're actually calling it BitLocker device encryption. So that's not confusing. So I go to...
When Israel said Windows is gradually phasing out control panel.
Yeah, well, I'm not actually in control panel. I have intentionally avoided bringing up control panel. I'm intentionally using old school. Let's see, did that even say? Yeah, they didn't say go to control panel. It says go to settings. So I go to settings, and then here's device encryption. And settings, privacy, and security, then device encryption. I know what I need is I need a transition button on my...
Ran Israel said that screenshot is from CP.
Are you saying I gave you a screenshot from control panel? I don't think so. What screenshot? Oh, it says control panel up here, but the way I got to that is I searched, I did a Windows key search, device encryption, and clicked on this. Oh, I see. It says control panel here. Ad break. That's how it got me to control panel. But do a Windows search and it's taking you first to control panel. All right, but that clarifies why it went to there. Thank you. So then privacy and security. Now I'm not switching off the screen because I know what pictures are here.
Al J said echoing.
Echoing. Monitor audio. Yeah. All right. I should have just fixed that.
Savi Manor said why I hear sometimes echo in SpeakerBot.
Yeah, I think I just fixed that. That was from another one of my recent audio adjustments that I just made this morning and didn't get that one quite right. So here's device encryption wanting us to sign in. Sign in with your Microsoft account to finish encrypting this device. This is why I've been calling it or referring to it as it's already partially encrypted. And I'm going to make the point here. Here's the device encryption button, and I'm going to turn that off. I've got to switch away from it because I don't know what picture is next. Yeah, it's the right picture. So here's where I clicked it off. Turn off device encryption. If you do this, your files won't be protected. And decryption can take a long time. Absolutely true. Well, relatively speaking, in relativistic terms. No, I should show you. Let's do it this way. I'll show you the rest of the pictures this way so that you can see the time. It's at 12:19 on September 11th. That's why this topic was referred to as Wednesday. It was Wednesday last week.
Chris Garrett said, Doug, I thought you Maru not streaming today.
Oh, no, I said I didn't. My schedule is...
Jim KJ3N said on a fresh install, it shouldn't take long.
It won't take as long as if it is a... as if I had already transferred data to it, because I have not transferred that Fabs Auto backup to it yet. If I had, it would be different. Yeah, Chris, I said that I didn't really know what my schedule was going to be different over the next couple of days. And I told at the beginning of today's stream, I explained that, so I won't explain that again. Turn off device encryption. Okay, I explained that one. And then here, oh, remember that time, that was at 12:19 that I did that switch. So here's at 12:19, the decryption in progress. It looks, this graphic went up that far, that quick. So it looks like it's not going to be too bad, right?
Chris Garrett said, sorry I missed it. Just got here.
That's okay, Chris. Then going to the next one. Now this is at 12:19 again. I started out taking pictures kind of frequently because I didn't know how long it was going to take. So I'm not going to show you all the rest of the intermediate pictures for device encryption, for unencrypting. Along the way, while it was decrypting, I changed from public network to private network because major manufacturer computers will typically come up as public network, and then you're not going to be able to see network resources.
Jim KJ3N said, remember when Microsoft told us encryption wasn't going to be on the home version?
I don't know at what point they said that. I mean, they have said things and then changed. So when they say something, they don't necessarily stick with it. But no, I don't remember it because that kind of thing just goes in one ear and out the other. I don't care what they say they're going to do, ever. And when I buy these mini computers, what Microsoft does is totally irrelevant because these mini computers coming in with their set whatever way that they're set. Here's the screen where you change from public to private network, and you get there simply by clicking on public network right here. This just looks like a regular mouse pointer. It doesn't really look like it's clickable, but that is clickable. Yeah, all right. And this is set to private now.
Chris Garrett said Ken Stout tried fried okra. He loved it.
Yeah, right. I do not believe that. And then here's where it shows private network after that change. Now, let's get onto the decryption thing. Here's an intermediate picture at 12:22, still decryption, and the graphic has progressed a little bit. Oh, then this is part of the story for decryption. This is at 12:22, 98% disk utilization.
Jim KJ3 and said Microsoft lied? Inconceivable.
We saw on the label earlier that it has an SSD, but we don't know what the speed of the SSD is. Not all SSDs are created equal, right? So if it's a slow SSD...
Chris Garrett said, I saw something about Windows 12.1.
I don't want to hear about it, Chris. Not at all. I don't care where you heard about it. Saw something? Yeah, no, not interested. Yeah, so this could be taking a long time because it's a slow SSD. A faster SSD might not take as long. And then it went to 98%, then 99%, 98%, 97%. I'm not showing each of these. 100%. Disk speed utilization got up to 100%. I'll show you that one. Would this happen with a really high speed like NVMe? Probably, because it's really trying to do that decryption quickly. But the computer can feel very sluggish while this is happening if you're trying to do other things while that's happening. And I'm back at the Fabs Auto Backup. It was about 60% done at 12:25. I didn't show you that screen. And then here's the decryption complete at 12:29. So that was 10 minutes for a fresh Windows 11 from Dell without any software installed on it yet. All right, that's what I wanted to get through for that computer. We are in overtime. I'm going to go check and see what happened with Tim's issue. And let's turn studio off. And get back to chat. Make sure blurs are turned off. There. And I'm going to search Tim. Control F. Tim. And then I'll do an up arrow to get the last line from him. An LOL, an LOL. Timely, Tim Tech, I hear that as well. Hear that as well. Yes, I will try that. Yes, it does. I will try that. If it has a 3.55 jack, try that for the output, is what was being suggested there. That'll tell you whether the computer audio is working and kind of give you a clarification whether it's a mute setting or not. Dropped a like. What I did to make computer useful to me was using Bluetooth. That's a workaround option, as the audio jack was workaround option. Ed E. Hello, Ed. I'm going to take that off screen. Go look at your channel and see 3 subscribers. Been around since 2014. So that is enough around here. Ed, you might be surprised, but it just tells me by putting you in blue that I have checked your channel. So that means on future live streams, you'll be able to chat even if I have the, whatever that setting was that prevents new people. And that's just because we have a very aggressive troll around here. He should be in school right now. Let's see, LOL. I'm looking for a response about clicking on the mute button. See, he said the speaker has a mute indicator down here in the bottom. Let's see, I can use my control key to show where my mouse is. When he said it has a red X, so if I click on there, it gives me an X. Well, that's giving me a gray X, not a red X. He did say red X, didn't he? That sounds, maybe a red X is a driver issue. If somebody's got a specific timestamp that you can point me to, that would be great. Let's see, going up. See, what was that? I will try that. So that, yeah, that's a 3.55 jack. I thought that was down lower. That, they did that and nothing. Generally speaking, first thing to do is audio troubleshooting, so run the troubleshoot. So they tried that. May I have the login info? Generally speaking, first thing, I got that. We're not doing a remote connection.
Menor said Red Chat official Tim Tech.
Ran the test on it. I hear the beep. Tried to install drivers. No audio, shows an X beside my speaker. You know what? I might change my mind. Are you said it's a friend's computer. Are you at that computer now, Tim? Maybe we will do a quick remote. And I'm saying that because actually I'm not going to go up to the cabin right after the show. I started to discuss that and I didn't get on. Well, yeah, I guess I did, about the no power up there. So I'm not going to go quite yet. Tim, are you at that location right now? Tim, if you're at that computer, the login link is on every one of my videos, every one of my current videos. Go into the description area, come down to remote support session, go right there. I'll go bring up Log Me and Rescue. I'm going to stop that recording happening on Baby Beats because that's pointless if we do remote. And I've got to authenticate there. Code generated. No, I want to do SMS. Send me a code. Send me a code. 078114. 078114. That's my secret code, everybody. Write that down, then you can hack into me. No. I don't know. Tim, are you going to try that? I did it now, he says. So, yeah. So, there he comes. Here he come. And then I'm going to take that off screen while I start that. And I'll show that again. Restart applet as system service. You should have a prompt to click on now. Tim, answer yes or allow. And then this launch remote control button should become available. There it is. And I'm going to take that off screen until I see what is on screen. That is just a part of a good process since I'm actually not talking to him right now. Okay, and then let's turn that camera on so I can face this computer. And he's got a white X.
Chris Garrett said,
no
oh,
audio
here she
devices
comes.
installed.
Watch out, boy, she will chew you up.
So does this computer actually have a built-in speaker? It might not have a speaker. What did he tell us about what this computer is? And he does not have a browser open, so he's chatting with us on some other device. Yes, it has a built-in speaker. And he heard a beep. Okay, Windows 11. There, I hit my mute button and moved the microphone because I like my setup. Device manager. Let's see what we have in here. Did the sound used to work on this computer? There. Intel Smart Sound Technology. I'm thinking the Intel device, Intel driver installer thingy. Best drivers are already installed, except that it doesn't work. It's an exclamation mark, means it's not disabled. That sure looks like the problem there. Oh, I know some of you know this so well because you deal with custom computers. So you use that Intel driver installer, whatever it's called, often. Intel device manager, help me out.
Wintermute said check service
Device
tag and
driver
system
update.
info.
Check service tag and system info. All right. There's system information. Service tag. I know this quicker with WMIC. Did you see it there, Wintermute? WMIC, BIOS, get, serial number. Okay.
John Williams said Intel device driver update.
72N12Z3. 72N 1QZ3. And it is a Dell. So actually, I'd rather go to Dell's website for the drivers, not the Intel. I didn't realize, or I wasn't paying attention that this was a Dell. Not the Singer. This is a Dell computer. Oh, we're already there. All right. So then I'll go to dell.com/support. Looks like maybe they've been there recently. Give me a speaker bot if this has already been done. If you guys know this has already been done. Drivers updates. Check again. This PC. It's checking this computer. But we know that it's not working right. Let Dell automatically find driver updates for you. Tim says, I got an error message. Something went wrong. I did a custom installation yesterday with my computer because I was having a blue screen. Are you talking about a different computer, Tim? Don't mix things up. Don't talk about a different computer. I thought this was a friend's computer.
Chris Garrett said it's under warranty.
You've already taken me into overtime. Do not bring up another computer issue, Tim. And especially if you send me emails ahead of time if you know you're going to ask a question. Please wait while support assist checks for drivers. I don't see it working on it. Know this computer, the one we're connected to. This one you worked on. Remember about the slow upload. No, do not assume that I'm going to remember when I worked on your friend's computer in the past. I work on many computers every day. No, you had on the show. I'll take your word for it that I worked on it during the show. But no, do not assume that I remember what we did then. Holy moly, are you kidding me right now? So you've probably been messing around with this, haven't you? Did you actually break the sound? I want to get to drivers and downloads and go look specifically. I think you tend to bring up things that are already messed up beyond belief. Here it goes, finally. It's my new one I bought.
Read chat, please.
So this is your new computer? This is your new computer, but then you were talking about somewhere in there about a friend's computer. So I totally don't know which one we're working on right now, and I don't have time right now to go absorb everything that you've said. You give me little pieces in separate comments, and that's making it really difficult. Get drivers. I want to see the
Chris
individual
Garrett said
drivers.
it's under warranty. He should
Access
call
a
them like
complete
he calls Spectrum.
list of drivers.
Read chat, please.
There we go. Solid state drive firmware. No, let's show all. There's a bunch of drivers here recommended. So that would imply that they are not already installed. Here's an audio driver. It's my personal computer. I already did. Now see, here's, oh, I'm not even showing that computer. Sorry, somebody should give me a speaker bot that I wasn't showing his computer. It's my personal computer. I already did. See, when you give me a phrase like this, I have no idea. What are you referring to? Give me more words. Use your words.
Ran Israel said, not seeing browser.
Yeah. So there's not seeing browser. Why did the speaker bot not come through? Is speaker bot broken again? Oh, I know. Oh, dadgummit. Why is SpeakerBot not coming through? I have it turned on. SpeakerBot just said that. Did you guys hear SpeakerBot? You did hear it. Wintermute says you heard it. I'm not hearing it. Oh, I think I know why. Yeah. Monitor and output. Okay, now I think I'll hear SpeakerBot. Give me a... No, don't give me. Don't do SpeakerBot. I will do it. Because I don't want to get 6 of them in a row.
Yes, affirmative.
Come on. Nope, I didn't hear it. Oh, major overtime. SpeakerBot audio monitor and output. It should be coming through.
John Williams said yikes.
All right. Here, what I'm thinking is this Realtek audio driver that's recommended. Because it's recommended, that means it was not automatically installed. And then there's audio console. Probably don't need. Oh, you got. Man, I wish you wouldn't use these downloading tools. Am I starting to sound cranky? See, I can't hear your SpeakerBot response to that. Ay, caramba. I see the SpeakerBot. Yikes.
Ken Stout Live says
It
starting
says
to?
Starting to.
Yes, affirmative.
Wintermute, yes. Oh, look at all this. You've been working on this like crazy. Tim, you're just putting me into a now we're gonna stop this. You just work on things and get it so broken and want me to do it during a half-hour show. Nope, this is a Saturday task. Yeah, you've done this. So every time I turn to something, you're going to say, oh, I've already done that. Now, we're not doing this on a half-hour show. I'm ending the remote session. And Tim, I'm not going to do this again with you. You kind of...
Chris Garrett said, really, Doug, he said Dell worked on it remotely.
Went overboard on this. This is not okay. All right. Yeah, Cranky Doug Day. All right. So, no show, probably not a regular show tomorrow, because I'll be at the cabin. The following day, probably not a regular show. Maybe I'll do a cell phone live stream. I'm not promising that. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.